Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your Josh Knowledge Nook, your learning corner. And for today's discussion, we are going to talk about a specific classification of visual art, which is painting. But before we proceed on discussing this lesson, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Let's start discussing a specific classification of visual art, which is painting. I know that from my previous video, we already talked about in general, know what is painting, but for today, we're going to talk about it in a more detailed manner. So let us start our discussion by defining what is painting. Again, talk about painting, it is the process or it is the art of creating meaningful effects on a flat surface by the use of pigments because of course again, we usually use these mediums for us to be able to do painting. And in art, the term painting usually describes both the act and the result, right? Because in art, the process of creating a meaningful effect is what we call painting. That is the process. And of course, the output is also called as painting. So that is why that we use the term painting for describing both the process and the output. And most painting is created with pigment in liquid form and applied with a brush. Now, take note that the word that is used there is not all, but most, because in painting, we do not just use a liquid form of pigment, but sometimes we may also use wax, we may also use eggs, we may also use powder or even solid. So that is why the term used there is most and not all. So painting as a medium has survived for thousands of years and is, along with drawing and sculpture, considered one of the oldest creative media. Now take note that from my previous video, we already talked about this one, that painting and drawing is considered as the ancient form of visual art, considering that ever since human have lived together, there is already visual art, which is painting and drawing. That is why we can see different drawings in caves, which symbolizes or where we can use to understand that even before arts has been the way for human to convey or to communicate with one another. And painting is also used in some form by cultures around the world. Now, take note that aside from its way of communication as a means of communication, painting is also used in some forms of cultures around the world. And each of these culture also has their own styles and techniques, considering that even the subject is also different from one another, considering that what is present in the environment, so that will be probably their inspiration, okay, or whatever the resources that is available in their environment, then this will be the medium that they're going to use. So that is why it is used in some form by cultures around the world. I hope I can also show some pictures, but unfortunately, um, we have to minimize from doing that because of copyright issues. So yeah, that's all the different information that you need to know about painting. And for now, let us discuss now what are the similarities of this different painting medium that we usually use in painting. Talk about painting mediums, these are the things or the materials that we usually use in painting, such as our paints. Okay, so ano yung mga basic ingredients na makikita natin sa ating mga painting media or painting mediums? So we have pigment, binder, and solvent. Talk about pigments, these refers to the granular solids that is incorporated into the paint to contribute color. So ito si pigment, siya yung nagbibigay ng kulay sa ating mga paint. So usually pigments are powder in nature, tapos parang may minimix lang tayo so that whenever we apply it to the flat surface, we make it into a liquid form. And what makes it into a liquid form is what we call binder. So the binder, it is what holds the pigment until it's ready to be dispersed onto the surface. Then we also have solvent. Now it refers to controlling the flow and application of the paint. So solvent basically is the one responsible for controlling the consistency of your paint. If you want it to be thick, if you want it to be lapsaw, so we use solvent. And now, so those are again the three similarities of of different painting medium or media. Now let's try to discuss the basic element of painting. So again, no, pabalik-balik lang lahat ng mga elements na sa visual arts kasi nga those are the basic elements. And if you also watched na the video, no, the previous video that we had regarding the elements of visual arts, then there's no problem, no understanding with these basic elements of painting because they're just recurring. So, first element of painting is color and tone. Talk about color again. This has something to do with the property of light and talk about also color. It also has its observable and psychological effects. So, yun. That's another important no, element of painting, this color and tone, because it really gives not just an aesthetic value, aesthetic effect to your artwork of painting, but it also has its a way of evoking emotions, especially to our viewers. And then line, of course, this is the most universal means for creating a visual art. Every painting naman, we can usually observe no, different lines that is used. So that is why it's also an element. And basically, in painting, we can witness or we can see either straight, curved, broad, thin, horizontal, or vertical or diagonal line. And then we also have style and texture. So it refers to the techniques and surface angles. Now considering na texture is not just can be found in sculpture but also in painting, especially that it is also like it also evokes na an impression sa painting. And media is a different types of methods and material used in painting because of course, 'di ba, according nga sa again ika-fourth na common essentials of art that an art must use different media or material. So, ayan. And then we also have intensity, the perception and representation of impact in painting. And form, of course, every painting naman, mayroong form naman talaga. So, these refers to the external appearance of a clearly defined area. And we also have light and shadow, no? So a means of modeling a figure in depth or articulating a form, which is basically that is used in volume. No, if we want to perceive volume to this different forms that we use. And then we also have value. Again, talk about value. It refers to the lightness and darkness of a color. It indicates the degree of luminosity, that is presence or absence of light. So those are the basic elements of painting. Now, let us try to discuss the major painting genres that we usually can observe no, na ginagamit ng mga different painters or artists. So talk about paintings are traditionally divided into 5 categories or genres, and the establishment of these genres stems from the philosophy of arts promoted by the great European academies. And these genres are also ranked based on their importance. So ano yung number one na painting genre based on its importance? So first we have history painting. Talk about history painting, these refers to religious, historical, or allegorical work with a moral message. So usually, yung mga painting na nakikita natin na pinipaint ni Michelangelo, okay, siguro may painting din si Leonardo da Vinci now that talks about historical painting. So all that that has something to do with history or religious na mga subjects. So all of those are example of historical painting. A famous example for this is the creation of Adam, which is painted by Michelangelo. So that's an example of historical painting. And usually sa historical painting, makikita din natin dito na mayroong maraming dynamic poses na pinapakita 'no, yung mga subjects na sa isang artwork, oo. Then second, we also have portrait painting. I think there's no problem with understanding this one because talk about painting, it's a genre in painting where the intent is to represent a specific human subject where it could be individual or a group. So if you want to draw yourself, if you want to draw someone, no, someone's faces or someone, so or just someone, no, so it is what we call portrait painting. Then you also have genre painting. Genre painting depicts aspects of everyday life by portraying ordinary people engaged in common activities. So talk about genre painting, it depicts the everyday life, no, portraying the everyday life of people. Okay, so example of this one is um, Planting Rice of Fernando Amorsolo. Meron din siyang Harvest. Okay, so basta ang mga subject ay nagpapakita ng everyday life, no? Yes, so that's an example of a genre painting. And we also have landscape painting. So landscape painting usually depicts natural scenery in art. So it could be paintings, no? Uh, Paintings that may capture mountains, valleys, bodies of water, fields, forests, and coasts. And however, it's not only limited to that because landscape painting may or may not include man-made structures as well as people. Because if we're only going to restrict landscape painting with the natural scenery in art, with ano yung nakikita natin sa environment, ano naman yung pwedeng ma-paint ng mga artists natin who are living in an urban area, wherein most of the usual scenery that you can see are tall buildings, no, tall establishments. So that is why landscape is not just limited to natural scenery, but also it could include man-made structures. And then last genre is we have still life painting. So still life painting describes a work of art that shows inanimate objects from the natural or man-made world such as fruit, flowers, dead game, and other vessels like baskets or bowls. So ito yung mga still life painting from the word still life, meaning these are materials that does not have life, pero usually ito yung mga ginagamit na subjects ng ating mga artists para sa kanilang painting. So usually, a major example of a still life painting is yung mga nakikita natin sa mga lamesa natin, yung mantel, tapos may mga fruits doon na design. So that's an example of a still life painting. So I hope that you have learned something from our discussion, even though it's short. Okay, and if you do, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Sir Josh Knowledge Nook, your learning corner. Bye.